Hey everybody, I was doing some work in the Greek text this morning and I saw something that I thought would be helpful to explain the way the middle voice can work. So I wanted to show it to you really quickly. In this particular verse, Paul is chastising the Corinthians for the problem of believers taking believers to court in secular courts, in other words, before non-believers. And the highlighted verb is what Paul uses to describe this particular action. Now you know this verb, it's krino, which means I judge. But you'll notice that it's in the middle voice here. And so it causes us to think carefully about what the middle voice means in this instance. The verse does not say, but brother judges brother, and this before unbelievers, because it's not active and we don't have a accusative direct object. We've got this particular phrase. And so we've got to understand a little bit differently about what the middle voice is doing. So let's go ahead and take a look in BDAG and see what it does. Let me get that open. There we go. Let me make this a little bigger. Krino has a pretty long entry. Now you can see it starts here and it goes through a lot of different definitions, but the one that we're interested in is here, number 5. Specifically, it means to engage in a judicial process, but notice that the middle and passive have a very particular meaning of go to law. Now that's a little bit of an idiom. We might say go to court, take to court, to sue, etc. But that explains what the middle voice is doing here. If you go back to this particular passage, the first brother, is taking to court or going to court with another brother. And so the middle voice is perfect here because the first brother is not doing the action transitively to someone else. They are involved in it, which means that the middle voice works perfectly because the subject does something, but the subject is also involved. So here it's a great use of the middle. A brother goes to court with another brother, and this before unbelievers. And that's the problem that Paul was dealing with. So the point of the middle voice here, clearly this is not deponent. What Paul is doing is showing that the first brother is involved in the action. When you go to court, you are involved in the action, even though your action is with and ultimately against another brother in this particular instance. I hope that's helpful. One little side note is to remember that BDAG is a great tool. It will go through lots of different definitions and it will oftentimes highlight difference of meaning when different voices are used. So I encourage you to make good use of that as you're doing your dictionary work. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day.